Do you know, as we're speaking right now, I'm actually recording over the pianos, but that's not a problem.
Why?
I just think it's okay. I can do some computer wizardry afterwards. It's going to be fine.
Have we started?
Yeah.
There we go.
Welcome to episode
DOS. We did say last week we said last week we were going to stop the Spanish.
Yeah, because
and it will definitely stop next week because
he gets the third. And what happens then, Joe?
Tres. I don't know.
Well, we're okay. We've got another episode in, isn't it?
Yeah.
So once again, this is a new concept for us. This is our.
The reason why I keep looking over there, by the way, is because Dave's over there. So I'm going to just try and focus on the camera. Also,
the same reason why I'm not looking over there is because Joe's over there.
Different joke.
Different day.
It's supposed to be the same joke.
No, but it was a different joke. I've never said that one before.
No. So this weekend has been a really good weekend. We went down to a friend's wedding and performed that, which was amazing. Really good night.
Yeah. Congratulations, Joe.
Joe and John, yes. It was really, really nice.
It was brilliant fun.
Yeah.
They put us up. We had drinks. We absolutely annihilated the buffet. We chatted with all their friends and family.
Yeah.
It was great fun.
The breakfast was killer the next morning.
It was really good.
So, yeah.
And then drive home. And before that, I think we left the podcast saying that we were going to go to Leeds Conservatoire, which is the College of Music here in Leeds.
That was a great experience.
Oh, yeah. We did a 2-hour session. And in that 2-hour session, we had to write a song to a brief. And then once we'd done that, it was about like arranging it with the artists in the room. And we had a full band on stage playing the song. It was great.
It was good.
And they tracked it and they'll take it away and then they'll mix it up and then we'll hopefully be able to hear some versions of that song.
In the coming weeks, yeah.
Yeah.
And then this week, so it's Monday today, we've had a songwriting session in today, and we've got a songwriting session in tomorrow on Tuesday.
And Kirsty in today.
Yeah. With Lucy Spraggan in tomorrow. Then we've got, then we're going to be working on some of our own stuff. You know, we're kind of trying to fit a bit of writing in between what else we're doing, so.
It's a bit weird how we kind of struggle to fit. Like we're putting out new music all the time, but we always feel like that new music is something that we're doing in and amongst everything else that is musical in our lives.
I feel like we're writing some really good songs at the moment.
There's
a new song called One Day at a Time, which I'm very excited about putting out there. I feel like it's very close to some of our best stuff, right? And I feel like it's a song that's close to both mine and your hearts, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, and the production's pretty much finished. Dave's just mixing that up, so that'll be the next one or the one before. But we've actually got 2 songs coming out this month. We've got one coming out on the 14th, which is called Days Like This.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the whole concept behind that song is that, do you know when you have a pajama day or a day where you just chill out at home, but you are the happiest you could be, like just spending time with you.
It's the simple things, isn't it?
It's the simple things that spending time with the family and the loved ones, and it's kind of like recognising it, that it doesn't get any better than that, but you've also, like just like the songwriting, you've got to carve time out to actually go, today guys, we are doing nothing.
Yeah, it's like a weird concept really, because we've been doing this for a really long time, and I was in the olden days when there was dinosaurs walking around and everything, in the early stages of our career, the drive to want to succeed and not actually having a definition of what success was, was chaos. Because we were missing family parties, weddings, funerals, We were touring when we should have been at home, and the drive to actually get around that corner that we hadn't defined yet. Really easy fix for it, and that was to start respecting the smaller days.
Yeah.
And start putting in time in the diary to go, and that Saturday doesn't have to be filled with a gig. It can be filled with going to a theme park, or just going to the park, or
a walk.
A walk.
It doesn't have to be filled with anything. That's what the whole song idea is about. It's like just chill out a bit. And then we've got on the 20th of March, we've got a live full band version of Best Life,
recorded at the Wardrobe.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's bloody.
It reminds me of a brilliant night.
It does, and we've got more full band shows coming. We'll be announcing them in the next month or so.
Yeah, some of the festivals and some of our actual headline tour dates we'll be doing as a full band lineup. So yeah, it's good. So that's what we've been up to, and that's what we've got going on. I'll tell you, I don't even know how to do this right, because I wanted to add this thing to it, and I didn't want to make it too serious. But it was I was talking to Claire about it, and she said that we should make it called Joe and Dave's Ridiculous Adventures or something, and we should tell a little story. And we were in my kitchen on the way to Joe and John's wedding just before we set off, and we were howling with this memory that we had. And it was the last trip that we went to America. I consider Joe and I a little bit silly, but we're pretty self-sufficient, wouldn't you say?
Speak for yourself.
And sometimes we find ourselves in the most ridiculous
random situations. Yeah.
So we were the last trip that we went to America. We went out to El Paso to go and record and produce for loads of artists, and we got to go and meet loads of fans, and got to go to LA and do all these things. And we kind of, with the help of Kevin, our US manager, he was helping like navigate the whole thing with us. But we were part of the picture, so we knew what we were doing.
We were also, bear in mind, we were also on a UK tour, so we literally were driving around the UK, and then we finished in Didcot or Harwell.
Yeah,
that was the last show of the UK run of dates just before we flew to America, and then we had to get from Didcot to Oxford to then do like a car exchange with Claire and Haley. They were going to take the car and all the equipment back to Leeds because we've been using it, and then we were going to take our hire car to Heathrow Airport the next morning and then fly out of Heathrow. So we had it dialed, organised.
I don't know if anyone's ever been to the car hire, the Enterprise car hire in Heathrow, but it's like as big as the airport. It's like these cars coming in, getting dropped off, and then they go off to a sea of cars. And we pulled in, and we were ahead of time. We had a schedule. We knew what we were doing. Our wives had taken all of the equipment that we weren't taking with us up north. We're sorted.
And it was my job to check us in online before we actually got to the airport.
So Joe goes to the boot of the car, takes out his luggage proudly because he's organised us, and then we set off on the bus with our equipment. And as we're driving on the bus from the Enterprise to the trains to the airport, I turned to Joe and go, "You've got the passports, haven't you?" And he went, "The passports? Stop the bus!"
And the guy. So because what I did was I checked us in, and I was like, "Dave, I've checked us in," and I just threw the passports into the boot of the car, thinking I'll see them. Do you know what I mean? So then I can put them, because we were in a bit of a rush, thinking, we were ahead of time, but like we were in a rush in my mind.
Joe panics about time,
and we got to we got there, and I'm like, stop the bus! I've left my passport in the boot of the. White Corsa.
So this amazing bus driver radios ahead going, unfortunately, I had to speak to all the other passengers on the bus. And they all went,
were all catching different flights.
we'll be fine. We can make it work. So they turned the bus around and they drove in us. I swear, I'm not even joking. I'm not exaggerating either. We came around the corner into the Enterprise and we were driving a white Corsa and there must have been 250 white Corsas. So just going through his phone to try and find the number plate that we've just had, at least. And he had to stand.
Well, first of all, I said to the bus driver, I was like, this must happen all the time. And he was like, nope, this is the first time this has happened.
We couldn't have done it. We've done it. We've done the work. So then we get there and Joe's standing with our equipment because eventually the bus driver couldn't wait anymore and he was just stood on the curb with the saddest eyes. And I'm like Pac-Man running in between all of the cars trying to find the one car that's got our passports in it. And we couldn't find it at all. And then all of a sudden, I'm looking at, every time I looked at Joe, he was looking at me going, have you found them? No, I've not found them. And eventually we get a shout.
Yeah, and the bus driver says, I'm going to have to leave you here now and you're going to have to get the next bus that's coming. The panic, man.
And then eventually, like a gleaming diamond, I could see the car and it was honest. The cleaner had just jumped into it, and he was telling me.
And the cleaning was like other side of the car park.
Oh yeah, he was saying if we'd have taken this car 2 minutes more early, it'd have been long gone. It would have been miles away, and we wouldn't have got it. So we managed to get the passport. Oh, it makes me cringe thinking about it now.
Such anxiety about it.
It was really funny when I said the story last time. This time I realise the panic now.
So I'm just going to stay in this box, really.
Yeah, you can't get it wrong.
Like you don't need a passport in here, and just hand me food through the door. Do you know we've just got a big box of 60 packets of crisps. Thank you, Angie.
Thank you very much.
So we now no longer need to hunt for our food. We can just eat.
Living on crisps. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm not a dietitian.
Dietary person.
I don't. Walker's crisps have got some goodness in them.
Potatoes, aren't they? The potatoes.
They're tasty though.
But yes, thank you very much. So that's Joe and Dave's Mad Adventures story.
I'm not too sure what the title is going to be for that, but we have enough.
There's plenty. There's
crazy little stories.
At least one a week or one every other week.
Yeah. Well, I think that is a really good update to... also the song we put out today as well.
Today?
Not the song today, we put it out.
Oh, yeah, we recorded a song, a cover version of Crazy by Niles Barkley.
I think because of Joe and John's wedding, we ended up... Actually, we should tell us the little bit about Joe and John's wedding, is that I'm so proud that we got, not just through the show, like, it was an amazing audience, incredible people, great wedding, everyone was on the dance floor at all times. It was just a really good vibe. It was great. But Joe's guitar broke and behind the scenes there was panic. But we managed to...
We pulled it off.
Nail it. And it was great. And we managed to do it. But what was really cool is that because we were having to make sure we had to work that little bit harder, we played a handful of covers and things like that. And it was really, really fun going back to playing them again. And that's why it inspired us to play Niles Barkley Crazy today.
Yeah, the innocence of music is coming back. You know?
Yeah, definitely. That was DOS.
That was 2.
I think this is working.
Yep, let's continue.
Okay. Right.
Bye, guys.
See you next week.